talking about separation, which you mentioned is part of the darkness. And what we're seeing a lot of right now is separation, not just in the political realm, but as you said, on the racial realm, on all these others. But one of the big ones I know also that really relates to health and disease is separation from nature. And it seems that we are taking ourselves further and further away from nature, even though we are part of nature. Why do you think that is, that humans have this almost arrogance at times to separate themselves from nature, and in doing so, basically making themselves sick?
Well, I think a lot of that comes down to the psychological understanding of the development of our species. Human beings are not operating in the field of awareness that their existence belongs to them. They believe that their existence belongs either to their family and their friends, or to their boss at work, or to the government, or to their social environment, or, to their children, but it doesn't belong to them. And so therefore, when you can't see your own existence, you can't see the very fibers and the very essences and the very energies that actually created you to exist. And so our bodies, as you just said, we're part of nature. And so I'm going to take that a little bit further. We are nature, right? But what we don't understand is that our bodies are made up of high vibrational frequencies that are almost is more projecting than an atomic energy. And that atomic energy burns. And so when it burns out very quickly anything that's around it because of its outer circumference. So what we need is a biological spacesuit in which to inhabit, but this biological spacesuit needs to be replenished with the same thing that it was created from. So every part, we say in shamanism, every part of your body is a living spirit. And every part of your body has its own consciousness. You also have all these very microorganisms in your body that have their own consciousness, and everything is coexisting in this space. And so what happens is when you don't replenish the body with the water, you're not replenishing the liquids of your body. When you don't replenish it with food, you're not replenishing the earth, the bones that create the bone marrow, which creates all the different cells in your body. And if you don't replenish the air, then you're not getting enough oxygen to those things to give it life, right? And so everything, and if you don't have heat from the sun and move your muscles and move your body, you're not generating your thermogenic system, which then is not allowing you to heat up your system so that your body can continue to balance the equilibrium in your system. So what happens is your body can't get rid of toxins, it can't get rid of poisons, it can't get rid of all of these free radicals and things that are actually breaking down your immune system and causing inflammation. So what we have to understand is that when we go to nature, nature communicates to nature. So what happens when we're in nature, our body then starts communicating to the essence, the frequency, the energies that make up the core of nature, and it begins to replenish us. It begins to pull out any type of what we call negative cellular memory discord within our system that is caused by what? Caused by aggressive markers. Aggressive markers are energy frequencies that are constantly coming at us in an aggressive way that attack the system. It's like someone putting you in a cage with a lion, but the lion's hungry and you don't know exactly when it's going to eat you. That feeling is building high levels of cortisol in your body. And that begins to turn into a toxin, a serotoxin, that your body then begins to disperse into inflammation and all types of breakdowns of cellular damage, tissue damage, you name it, because of the inflammation. And this is one of the leading causes of decline, health, disease in the system, because when the body cannot function at its optimized level, then all of the outside contaminants, poisons, bacteria, viruses, and so forth can easily affect the body because the body's weakened. Its immune system is weakened, its endocrine system is weakened. And so what happens is, when you're in nature, nature holds a magnetic frequency that most people aren't aware of why we have a moon and a sun. It's quite beautiful in the essence of it, and the way we shamans look at it is that the moon itself is generating a magnetic energy source that affects the water on the planet. The water is something that we call intelligent consciousness. It means that Earth's way of learning about each individual animal and person and plant on the planet is because the water is the liquid. It's the embryonic fluid of the planet that when you bring it into your body, it reads all of your frequencies, all of your thoughts, all of your emotions, because your emotions is connected to the water. That's why in shamanism, we say that the emotions is the keeper of water. It's the feminine aspect of your body. And it communicates back to the water all of your information. The water absorbs all that information, gives it to the earth, and tells it what types of plants, what types of development and species needs to be developed on this planet for sustainability. But when we don't spend time in nature and we don't stay in that space of nature and invite that as a part of our everyday life, we actually limit ourselves from being able to flush out all of these energies that are affecting us in these frequencies that are causing what we call attack upon our system, which we don't even know is happening because it's happening in such subtle frequencies. But people will go, why do I have so much anxiety? That's because your body feels like it's attacked every single day, and you're not aware of the subtle nuances of energies that are attacking you. It could have been the lunch you were at. It could have been the thing that you keep focusing on from past memories that keep telling your brain that it's still happening. All of these things are causing a cause and react situation within your body system. And your body, if it doesn't have the support of nature, unfortunately, it cannot recycle and replenish you. And therefore, it just gets worse and worse.